Hands inside the bars, ladies.
What's she gonna do, bend them?
You know the rules, Pinky.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you in the corner. You ready to say anything yet? You know you're just making it harder on yourself, right? Okay.
Don't worry, kid. They can't hang anything on you if you just don't talk.
Or they can stick you with everything.
You don't have to do anything. You just have to be around when something happens.
Oh, yeah.
Really, officer? I was just standing there when these 6 guys just jumped in front of my machine gun.
You don't have to do anything. Can they hear me?
They don't listen.
Nobody believes anybody in here anyway.
Me and my friends were smoking a bunch of us, just sitting around listening to some music. We smoked a little more and everything got funnier and funnier. Then it just dropped. I was so bored I could have eaten the walls to get out of there. Then Hank says,
Let's go get some beer.
I didn't really want any, but it was better than just sitting around. We pulled up to Pac-Mart and the guy there was playing some video games. He didn't even look up when we came in. He just kept moving his shoulders the way guys do when they're destroying the members or something on those things. So we grabbed a couple of beers off the cooler, and Hank kept bugging the guy to wait on us. But the guy kept saying,
Hey, just a second. I'll be with you just a second.
like he was going for the Guinness Book or something. By that time, Hank was pretty far gone. We ran up there and kicked the plug out of the wall. The guy came unglued. He threw Hank up against the wall and started beating on him. Then Hank, out of nowhere, grabbed a knife. He grabbed it out of his pocket or out of the shelf or something and shoved it up the guy's face. The guy was screaming and yelling, but Hank couldn't see. Then he grabbed the can and hit the guy over the head with it. He just dropped. Hank just stood there moving his head, just moving his head. Then he looked at me. He grabbed me and took me out to the parking lot. We sideswept the car. We could see a couple kids from the party. Hank saw them too.
They'll know who did it.
I didn't do anything.
You're with me, aren't you? We'll have to get out of here.
I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to cross him.
Look, all we have to do is make it to the city, then we'll fade into the crowd.
We stayed on the back roads and tried to avoid interstates. We made it into the city about morning, but by that time Hank had gone even crazier. His eyes were darting around everywhere. His head was shaking. He saw a cop parked at a curb, and he went nuts. He blasted off like 80 miles an hour. The cop finally saw Hank and caught in the rest of the cops in the world. Hank was running lights and cutting corners. Pretty soon, he made a right down an alley, and I fell on the floorboard. I kept yelling, Hank, stop! Please stop! But he wouldn't listen. He thought he could make it between a truck and a wall. Last second, he panicked and he tried to stop. All I saw was red. The truck came in and hit his eye first. I guess I passed out. When I woke up, what I saw was the blood coming out of his eyes. They told me he was gonna be alright, but I don't know. I don't know.
And Baloo,
Am I getting out?
and Mr. Sims, your father contacted me.
I don't need a lawyer. Everything's gonna be fixed.
It's not that simple. You see, stores are prosecuting now as a matter of policy.
They don't put this in the newspapers, do they?
No.
If it got back to school, I don't know what I'd do. I couldn't face that.
Right. Why don't you tell me what happened?
I pleaded with Mother for those clothes, but she wouldn't listen. We have a trash can at the store, so I figured if I got caught, they just put on that and I'll make them fuss. I took 2 outfits in the dressing room and put one underneath my own clothes and the other on the counter when the clerk was busy. But she followed me, and when she caught up, she could see the other stuff in my shirt. Then, they called the police. Just called the police even after I told them who I was. Isn't there some way to fix it? Surely Daddy can do something.
We'll do the best we can and emphasize that this is your first offense.
Can I go home now?
No, the process isn't finished yet. After we set bail, then they can let you go.
When will that be?
It's crowded downstairs. It could take most of the night. Don't talk about this to anyone. We'll get you out soon.
What are they gonna get
you a chair? You're just looking for a lethal injection.
Why is everybody a personal target?
Because everybody deserves it. Look around. Juvenile detention. Aren't you all the pick of the crop, though?
And you're not locked up?
Junior, inside just like outside, there's an order of things. You've got your higher forms, and you've got your crawling things that eat their way through the dirt.
You are scum.
I am former scum. Scum? The streets are full of earth eaters, and I see that they get taken every day. It's everybody else's turn. I've had mine. I've been on the receiving end, hanging out with the losers, scratching for a connection of some fourth-rate stuff, so laced up with powdered sugar, you're more likely to get diabetes than anything else. Then, I took a look around. I've been down here for 2-bit theft, and extortion, and burglary, and I've done some time. There was nothing but more of the same facing me. I figured if I was going to take a fall, it might as well be worth it. So I moved into management. Then all those empty eye sockets come to me, on my turn. Whatever I wanted, they came through with it. And me, racking off the best, no charge. If one crossed me or undercut me with somebody else, he might not get his for a while. Or I cut it way down to make him think he's so deeper. So what if somebody catches you cutting the stuff? What are they gonna do? Call a cop? If they kick, you just back off and say, hey, mistakes happen. And maybe give him 3 times the strength he's had, or someone with a little more strychnine than usual. You won't have that problem again. Word goes fast when somebody comes up gagging. Business lasts for a day or two. Then, the pains start again. And all those smiling jerks are knocking at your door as if you were their guardian angel. The candy store all rolled into one.
Once a junkie?
No, I don't do that hard stuff anymore. Once in a while, rarely. No sweating for me, no sweating. They ain't keep me a week, man. I'll be all right. 2 weeks, no sweat.
You in the corner. Are you ready to talk now? Whatever.
They want me to talk. Well, they can hang it out until it rots. I've done my talking. I've done my listening too. I've heard enough footsteps in the night. An old lady sneaking in the back door. My old man sneaking out the front. But who were they sneaking from? Neither of them could have cared less. I've heard the bottles falling and the blows falling. I've heard the screaming and the cursing and the footsteps running into the yard. I've heard the neighbors yelling and the sirens pulling up to the house.